We've been tracking the Just Capital Just 100 list this week, a ranking of America's most just companies. CNBC is Just Capital's media partner, and joining us now, Accenture CEO Julie Sweet. Accenture is number 3 on the Just 100 list. I'll bet you didn't even have to try, did you, Julie?
Thanks, Joe. This is how we have operated for years. In fact, we're proud to have been on the list since it was inaugurated 8 years ago. And it reflects, our 70,000 people in the U.S. and our over 700,000 around the world, because the things to be just are what we believe in, and they're good for business.
And I think that every company in America would probably like to be on the list, like to do all the things that get you on the list. The only thing that might hold a company back maybe are the realities of shareholders and customers. When you try to balance all of your constituencies, sometimes you have to make some tough choices. How do you do it?
Joe, actually, we look at it slightly differently, because if you think about what gets you on the list, like the top things are things like paying the right wages, right? Investing in skills. And that's what you need to do in order to have the best talent. And to succeed, it's all about people. So those are not things that you have a trade-off. Other areas that matter to Americans that get you on the list are things like data privacy. So in the context of AI, the fact that we have a responsible AI program, that we have very strong programs around data privacy, all essential to our business. And so we actually haven't found that these are things that are, in contrast to each other. And the facts speak for themselves. I mean, over the last 4 years, we've added $120 billion in market cap. And it reflects that, being just is really good. You create value and you stand for values.
I guess I was thinking about the wage component, and you have to sort of judge your competitors. You have to judge the profitability of your company, going to absurdist levels is never an argument that really works. But you'd like to pay everyone $1,000 an hour if you could. When a city like Seattle or some West Coast city raises the minimum wage to where it's going to crowd out any entry-level positions, or you're going to end up seeing most of the franchises have to close down because they can't actually earn a profit with levels like this. So that's what I'm talking about. You have to balance that, Julie, or right? So how do you do it? What is the top wage you can give where you're still able to be a profitable company in relation to your peers?
Well, the way we think about wages is that we have the policy that we're always going to pay a living wage, and that's part of the values of our company. It's also how you get the best talent. And then we pay market relevant pay. And it's our job, right, to be able to make a profit at market relevant pay. But if you don't pay what is market for your employees, you're not going to get the best talent. Now, paying market doesn't mean paying the most. It means paying what do you need to actually get the right talent. And as you think about Accenture, we added over 200,000 people around the globe. We hired a lot of people in the U.S. strictly following that policy. And when you take a step back, it's not just about wages. It's about how do you attract the best talent, because people want to do more than just get paid well. They want to join a company that has values. They want to join a company that cares about health, right? So we talk about, are you net better off because you work at Accenture? We invest over $1 billion on skills. That matters to our employees. And so what we advise clients is to look at their employee value proposition holistically. And then, of course, you have to operate in the envelope of profitability. But what we've seen is that companies that, for example, lean in on disability, they have 2.5 times revenue, and they have greater profitability. So these things about being just do equate to higher profitability.
But just when you use the word paying market wages, now you're back to what is the standard model for how companies normally operate. And some of these, I guess, when you say I'm going to pay a living wage, if you're a fast food restaurant and you want to have entry-level workers that are high school or college kids, and you need to pay them $80,000 a year, those jobs are not going to exist. You need to pay the market wage. So a lot of this woke, just stuff is antithetical to market forces. That's what I don't understand. And market forces can end up causing you to do the right things to be a just company. And so it's almost redundant to have to spell it out, or it's almost virtue signaling to have to spell it out when to be a profitable, innovative company that satisfies customers and employees and communities. Once you do that, you are just, by definition.
Joe, I'm not sure what college student is going to expect to be paid $80,000 if they are, working in a
what's a living wage,
fast
Julie?
food.
You're not
right?
going to get a living wage at an entry-level position at a drive-through. You're not going to get a living wage.
A living wage is
unless you live in a box.
Well, a living wage is actually not. A living wage is not $80,000. It's defined by the cost of living in a
as I said, an absurdist. Right. Julie, congratulations. You're number 3. That's the bottom line. And obviously, when you're number 3 on any list of 100, that's pretty darn good. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Joe.
Okay.